Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Anthony Toma, your host. Today, we're going to be discussing Dare to be Female. Right to my right, we have Ty Davis. He is with Dare to Be Yourself. Correct. Oh, man. And then we have Jomana Youssef. She works with Beyond Lending. She's a loan officer. If you need a loan, you get it from her. She loaned me $50 before we started. And then we have Chanel Shaba. She is the CEO and founder of Beyond Lending. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is going to be an exciting episode. We're going to empower women, give them a platform and an event to network and dare to be.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
Thank you.
Who wants to start off with talking a little bit about themselves, which I've kind of already touched on, but just embellish a little bit. Why don't you start?
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
We greatly appreciate it. I am CEO and founder of Dare to Be Yourself, which is like a motivational, inspirational lifestyle apparel brand that really challenges champions to always be their true authentic selves. While doing that, each and every month, we come up with a more nuanced concept. Hence, March is Women's Empowerment Month, Dare to Be Female.
Nice.
And when we were talking earlier, we had met last year, and we were like, let's get together and partner in some way, somehow for March. And this is how Dare to Be Female came about.
Awesome. What about you?
So I am a mom of 3.
Oh, God bless.
Thank you. They're fun. They're a handful.
Awesome.
I worked with my husband for 7 years, and then I decided to venture off.
What did you do?
I managed his company. I helped him grow by about 400%, and I said, see you later.
Yeah.
I'm on my own.
You're big enough.
Yes. After that, I wanted to do something that was more for me.
Yep.
And when I did that, I couldn't go back to, my background is in accounting and business management. So I could not do anything that was 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I found mortgage. My dad has been in the industry for 20 years in mortgage and real estate.
Oh, wow.
So I found that to be more of a home, something that I can grow more authentically and be out there, be in the community, and here I am.
What's the name of your dad's real estate company?
His name is Sam Tola.
Sam Tola. Okay, cool.
And
And Miss, at the end there?
I am Chanel Shaba, CEO and founder of Beyond Lending and co-chair to Dare to Be Female. I've been in the finance industry for over a decade. Went off on my own approximately 2.5, 3 years ago. And then, yes, Ty and I met, we've known each other for a while, but we talked about doing an empowering event for women last year. And at that time, Jomana had just joined my team. And when her and I had met to bring her onto my team, she had expressed to me that what she really finds joy in is networking, events, and women empowerment. Yeah. So when I had met with Ty, I said, Ty, I have someone on my team, and I think that we can really put something together that can really just, blow things away, especially here in the city of Detroit, where all of our talks now have gone to even bigger and better things, where now the event that we're about to talk about is something that's going to be done annually, and not only here in Detroit, we're going to, spread it out throughout the country. So, we're blessed with a beautiful network of supporters, and, it's great to see this all come together and see it all happen on March 18th.
How could corporations, businesses, small businesses get involved with and help the Dare to Be Female?
By reaching out to us on our website, Dare to Be Female, going to our social media, emailing us, DMing us. We've gotten so much support already. It's been such a blessing.
Yeah. It's overwhelming.
The amount of support that we're getting from this.
Is there a sponsorship page that they could find and land on? Okay, how do they get there? Go to Dare to Be Female.
We're sending that privately if anyone is interested. So find us on Dare to Be Female on Instagram, the website too.
Okay.
Our email is daretobefemale@gmail.com. Okay. So that's anyone who's interested. Also, you can find us personally on Instagram. whoever's
And
interested.
all that information will be down in the description for people to find and click.
So our sponsorship tier. So the whole event is let's just say it's a conference. It's a gathering conference for women, again, to evolve, right? Mm-hmm. Push beyond their limits, to find themselves and, interact with other women and network. So we're doing, we're opening it up to men too, because we have sponsors who are men. So we have a few different, so obviously everyone has to buy tickets, right? Tickets are ideal, right? And then we have the sponsorships, we have sponsorship tiers anywhere from bronze to diamond. So if you want to be a sponsor, but you might not have that much to give. I think our sponsorship tier starts at $650. And you get tickets to the event and you get advertising space. Our highest tier is a diamond tier. It's a $6,000 tier. We're limiting that to literally 2 companies. Some of our sponsors right now, just to give you an idea, we have Detroit Pistons. We have talks with Ally Financial. We have talks with, a few other big companies, Rocket Mortgage. So like I said, the support that we're getting for this is absolutely amazing. What we want to do in return to support women-owned business is we are allowing women-owned companies to be vendors. Mm. So we have our entire, what's that area called?
The foyer.
It's a convention pretty much. So the entire foyer area, I guess, is going to be available for women who own their business or who have a craft, right? It might be like a Etsy business, or it might be, a holistic business, whatever it may be. Yeah. They have a table. We have a spa, hairstylist, jewelry. They can come and showcase their material there, right? And it's great because this event's not, your 50-person event. We're expecting 350 to 400 guests. So with that, and then with the education and the motivation that you're going to get from this, and then for the women-owned businesses to show the support.
Yeah. So what should these 350 to 400 people, or whatever the number is going to be, attendees, what should they expect?
To really break the bias of women just being, like housewives, or like women who are in corporate America, like that, that they can run companies, right? And like you have like these women emulate that, right?
Aw, thanks, Ty.
Everything. I mean, working with them, right? And, us meeting our deadlines and us meeting, the goals and things that we've set out, right? Like they had had so much input, right? Mm-hmm. Each and everything that I've thrown at them, and we always bounce back, and turn around very quick.
Nice.
Hold on 1 second.
Is it the phone?
No.
Take your phone off.
Oh, from your pocket.
You didn't beat him up this time. You're all right. So say something.
Good.
You can just say something. We're just kind of testing right now.
Oh, okay. Something.
Yeah, something.
Just talk what you were going to say.
Okay, great. Just like really making sure that we break the bias, right? While also our subject this year is evolve, right? Mm-hmm. So how women have evolved as moms, and,
business owners.
So I guess I do want to go back to something. The reason why we opened it up to men too is because in order for a female to grow, a man has to understand where that growth is coming from too.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's why if we are going to evolve as female individuals, we have the men in our lives should be able to see that too. Mm-hmm. So that way you can both evolve together.
What's the goal? What's the goal to evolve? Like, what are you trying to evolve into? Like butterflies, or?
We already are.
No, but so what is the evolution? Like, so women are everywhere now. Women are in power.
Women are everywhere. I am an immigrant. Okay. My mom had a very different life from me. I was born in Iraq.
That's for sure.
So now sometimes I'm out, I work, I have kids, I network. She doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
So as an immigrant, Chaldean immigrant, I need people to understand that more. I don't need to just be a mom. Right. I want to be a mom that is able to be out in the community serving other people, it's going to help me personally become a better human and my community, because I want this community to raise up.
Absolutely.
So this is what evolution means to me, at least, to evolve as a human, as a mom. So many other moms that are even younger than me are like, no, I'm a mom. I have to sacrifice for my kids. But no, what about you? So it comes from also loving ourselves to be able to love others.
Of course. But it seems like you're doing it all. So there's still a sacrifice, obviously, but
100%.
you're finding time to do other things. You're evolving into a superhuman.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one who can do this.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I really want to showcase, that we can all do this. I'm not a superhero. I'm not special. We can all do it.
I like that. So during the event, so as a person that buys a ticket, what happens next? Like, when are they going to show up? What are they going to do? What are they going to take away from the event?
So the event is on a Saturday.
Okay.
It's 11 to 4, I believe. So it's 11 to 4. At the event, we have different panelists, different speakers talking about their evolution, right? Where they started, what their struggles were, how they overcame that, where they are now, where they anticipate to be. Aside from that, we also have fireside chats. So those fireside chats are very intimate conversations like this, where it's, hey, mother, Jumana, tell me a little bit more about how you overcame this struggle. How did you, handle kids in work, or a single mother, or it could be someone in the corporate world, someone in finance, someone in marketing. So you're going to be able to see different walks of life from different women, right? So there's going to for sure be a takeaway for every single attendee. After the event, and I'll let you guys speak more on the event, but after the event, we also have a very intimate dinner that we're hosting. It's for our VIP ticket holders. So it's a limited amount of tickets that we're selling. And that intimate dinner will include all of our panelists and our fireside guests. So you'll be able to actually meet these people, whether they're CEOs of another company or they are, marketing brand officers for other companies, whatever it may be. You can actually go up to them yourself and say, you've inspired me, or how can I do this? And it's just a way of, it's a platform for people.
So during the presentation or the talks, this will be a Q&A session as well, or
there'll be a keynote. So we'll open it with a welcome, right? And we have our city council, Detroit Mayor Sheffield, who will be doing our welcome, right? Welcome, because we have people coming from everywhere to this conference. And then after that welcome, right, then, we'll go into our keynote panelists, right? And after our keynote panelists, then bring up to fireside chats. But in between that, you'll be hearing conversations. We have should I go ahead and share?
Please.
We are going to New York, and we're going to be interviewing with the CEO of Time Magazine.
Wow.
And
Jessica Sibley.
And, we're so grateful for her and Time allowing us to come there. But she's going to be talking about how she evolved, right? Along with Jerry Zink, another marketing executive who, were planning to be at the conference. However, they have other, travel responsibilities. And so they're going to be talking about how they evolved as women in their careers, so on and so forth. So there's going to be so many different ways that there are going to be so many different times to take away of breaking the bias and evolving.
So this is you're going to New York before the event. You're going to tape the conversation, the interview, and then you're going to play it for the attendees. Wow, that's beautiful. That's
Do you want to come with us?
To New York? When is it?
I think March. First week of March.
First week.
After your chili
Don't you have
cookout.
an event on Saturday?
Yeah, I do everything.
Thursday, Friday.
All right, cool. So what else can you tell us about the event or the viewers about the event?
What else can we say? Well, the whole goal of the event is for people to walk away feeling inspired, feeling more positive, ready to tackle the year. And I think one big person that I really love having is the therapist that we're going to have
Kelly Houseman.
We're gonna be touching on mental health too.
Oh, nice.
She's gonna be a panel speaker, and she is going to be a fireside person too, where she might actually open it up to a Q&A. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Last week, I believe. So because mental health has been such a big thing, especially post-COVID. And I asked her to talk about postpartum because I think there's a big misunderstanding when it comes to postpartum depression, and that was something I really asked her to touch base on.
Yeah, all these things are real issues going on in the community, in the world, in the state of Michigan.
We have to be able to accept people as is without judging them. And this is one of the main goals of the event. Yeah,
it's not our job to judge, really.
No.
What else?
What else? Have fun. Have a good time.
Yeah. So people will be able to kind of network with one another, talk to each other, build bonds, build relationships.
Bring your friends.
Yeah.
Bring your mom. Bring your sister.
Yeah.
My mom is going to be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we wanted to start this event off here in Detroit because it's our hometown, right? And as a woman business owner, I found myself very. It was inspirational to hear her talk about what she wants to do with women empowerment. So I was like, you know what? I need to do this because I myself, I'm part of it, but I'm not as vocal as I should be about it. So the goal is to do this every single year, right? We're starting off at 350 people, but the goal eventually is to be at 10,000, right? We want to have a convention center that's filled up, from wall to wall, and women, and men who are there and they just want to better themselves year after year. And whether that means that we also have to take part in that and helping mentor these women, that's fine. Because we want to be able to use our life experiences and then bring other women in from different walks of life and just kind of put them all in the same room and then watch it grow for years to come.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear a date for this event.
So sorry.
March 18th. I think there was so much excitement.
Yeah.
So many questions. That's most important.
So Saturday, March 18th from 11 to 4. It's going to be
after St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a good way to remember.
Yeah. And then
March 18th, you said from
11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And then there is a dinner.
Lunch before they come? Or?
Lunch will be there. So we will have vendors there for food. Okay. But then we have the dinner too. So if they ticket sales range anywhere from $90 to I think $250, depending on how you want to attend.
Yeah.
And like I said, that $250 VIP ticket, it gets you into an intimate dinner too.
We are going to have an early bird special.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will go for 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay. And then is there an itinerary that people can look at to see what's going on, when or where they should be? Are there different rooms?
I think
so. There's.
It's all going to be in one room.
Mm-hmm.
We will have a schedule that we can disclose beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then keep in mind, that's why we have our vendors too, is that if there is a talk or if there is a panelist that someone's not really that interested in, go roam and go see the 100 of vendors that we have outside support their business or see what they have to offer. Because, they're there too to showcase what they've come about and, what they're doing.
And the venue itself is beautiful. The Icon building.
Where is it?
The Icon.
It's downtown.
Okay, that's in the new building.
It's a Bedrock owned building.
Okay.
It's right on the waterfront. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful venue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's great.
Is it on the main floor or is it
main floor?
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So what else? Beautiful.
Let's talk about Dare to Be Yourself for a minute.
Yeah.
And for Dare to Be Yourself, where did it start? What partnerships have you had? And then now here we are at Dare to Be Female. And why do you think that we are here with you to build this out?
I mean, it's remarkable. Dare to Be Yourself turned forward in August, and just to see where we come from with our partnerships with Nordstrom, Neiman's, Forbes, the NBA, the Detroit Pistons, so on and so forth, and just to be evolving into what we are now, right? When I started this company, I prayed and I asked God to give me something that will change the world, right? And that will one day turn into an incredible plethora of different companies. And just to see Dare to Be Female evolve into that is just, my prayers being answered. And to have co-chairs like these two phenomenal women, my team already knows it's like my standard is here, right? Yeah. There is no lowering it. And these women have come and like, when I come at them with ideas and plans, like, great, or Germana or Chanel, like, already got, reached out to this person. And so we're really working collectively together on this event, and it's just going to really, we're going to knock it out the park.
Yeah. So to manage 400 people, do you have a team of people that are going to help? Or do you want to volunteer?
Yes, of course. We love volunteers. Oh my goodness.
Great. Yeah. So if you want to help out with the cause, reach out to these fine people and donate your time.
Yeah. So if there's anybody who wants to assist in production, if there's anyone who wants to assist on day of, setup,
speaker.
Yeah, anybody who wants to do that, makeup, hair, anything, because we have people coming in, flying in from other places to speak at this event. So we're coordinating that right now. But if there is anybody who owns a salon, and for instance, they're like, we want to be part of this thing. Sure, please come to our event and make us all pretty. Yeah. We would love for that.
And we will. Just going back to that, we are going to be showcasing and talking about all of our speakers, all of our vendors, all of our sponsors on our social media page too.
Right.
So they would be part of that too.
Yeah. So any sort of, again, sponsors we're open to, vendors as well. And then anyone who wants to volunteer, we would absolutely we would love that. Love that.
What are the social channels to Dare to Be Female?
So we have an Instagram. It's Dare to Be Female. Just there's no punctuation or spaces or anything. Just Dare to Be Female on Instagram.
So everyone go check out Dare to Be Female.
Yes.
Subscribe.
And then we have our website, daretobefemale.com. Okay. We don't have a Twitter, which we should set up because it would be nice to throw in some quotes on there.
Jemana doesn't know anything about Twitter.
Same.
We'll find somebody for you.
Yes.
Instagram is more of my home. I know how to manage it.
Same for me, really.
Yeah. So, and then as my personal social is just Chanel Shaba. And then Jemana
to Yusuf.
And then you guys can also go follow Dare to Be Yourself on social. And then my social is KUWTC.
Okay.
So another cool thing about Dare to Be Yourself is the brand itself, like in the 4 years that it's been cultivating its relationships, its partnerships are honestly astounding and infinite. So Dare to Be Yourself has partnered up with Neiman Marcus, the Detroit Pistons, Nordstrom, and so many more to name. So the Dare to Be Female side is another subset of that, right? Which eventually, if we can grow this out, this could be beautiful for Ty.
Yeah.
And then we can also, turn this into another platform for women to sport these shirts all the time. How nice are they, right?
So where could people get these shirts so that they can wear them to the event?
They're on pre-order.
They're on pre-order. Okay. They will be on pre-order officially March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we're going with for pre-order. And then at the event, there will be things on the website for people to order on the Dare to Be Female and Dare to Be Yourself website. Mm-hmm. But they will be able to pre-order it, and then the week of the conference will be getting shipped to them. But all of our sponsors will be getting their boxes and things like that the week of.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's cool is that we want everyone to be able to not only purchase merchandise at the event, but if you can't make it to the event but you still want to support the cause, please buy online. And then we do have an Instagram shop too. So they can literally go onto Instagram and purchase now, and then we'll fulfill the order within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they'll get their items before the event.
So you mentioned little booths and tables that are set up in the foyer or whatever area that was that you mentioned. So if someone wanted to be a part of that, how could they do that if it's still open?
They can so on our website, there is a request to be a vendor. You fill out the vendor application form. We are limiting our vendors to 1 or 2 per category. So for instance, we're not going to have 6 jewelers there.
Right.
We're also not going to have, we could have different clothing companies there, but we're not going to have like the same like women's sports apparel.
Right.
Like,
you're going to
so,
be selective.
Correct. So, what I tell everybody is the sooner you get those vendor submission forms in, the sooner and most likely we're going to select you, because we want to knock them out the park too. We don't want to wait until last minute to say, oh, is this one better than this one? No, we want to support it as much as we can. We're
practically first come, first serve.
And it's not that we don't think somebody's brand is better than another person. It's just first come, first serve.
Yeah, and we just gotta get the ball rolling too. Yeah. So we know where we're gonna place everybody too, because I mean, as a business owner, you don't want to sit next to somebody who might be your competitor, or you don't want to sit next to somebody who they have like smelly stuff and you have clothing and nobody wants to wear, some whatever. But they can apply to be a vendor on our website, or they can reach out to any of us. We have had some vendors reach out just on our Instagram saying, I want to be part of this, and what do I got to do? So then we'll email them the vendor submission form. There is a fee to be a vendor, and they just send over the check, and then we're good to go. You're ready.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a check, right?
No, we can do some different form of payment too.
I would like a I'm just kidding. No, I know. I'm just joking.
Are you going to plan for a surprise guest to show up?
Are you insinuating that you want to be that surprise guest?
I'll inspire women like
right, yes. Anyone can.
Yeah, anyone can do it.
That's a great idea. And it's something that might be in the works. We just don't want. We can't.
A really big surprise and delight of like us going to New York to interview.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's like a very big like surprise and delight, and just to be able to have like that contact, and for that organization to be in agreement.
It's Time Magazine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So so the great again, like it's. The response that we're getting is amazing. Should there be someone who wants to keep it secret about this, then that's our surprise guest.
What about the attire? What's the attire like?
Business casual, right? Comfortable business casual. We don't want to see sneakers and sweats,
Dress to impress.
That might be.
That's just me though.
Yeah, that might be a little too much. But business casual.
Okay, cool. What else about the event? I think we covered everything, right?
We did.
Hopefully you'll be willing to sponsor our golf outing that we're planning for this summer.
I can't golf, but I'll definitely sponsor.
About the event, if there is anybody who feels like they have a story that they want to share, and this would be a great platform to do that. Because even if you inspire one person, you can change that person's life. So if there's anybody out there listening and they really feel touched by this event, and they don't want to just sit in the stand, if you want to sit on a fireside or even possibly be part of a panel, like part of our panel, great. Reach out to any one of us, tell us your story, and we will find a way to plug you in. Because again, at the end of the day, we're all here to support it. So when we get their support, we're going to give the support right back.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a number of followers. You don't have to be public. You don't have to be. This event was really truly made for women to help them evolve, to help them become a better person of themselves. Because I truly believe that if you like you, other people will like you.
Yeah.
So it's an inspirational event more than anything. So if you think you can inspire someone by sharing your story, we are here for it.
Yeah. Maybe you start a Dare to Be Female.
Yourself.
Yeah, Dare to Be Female challenge. And you have people tell their story and hashtag.
Oh, I love that.
What a good idea.
Leading up to the event.
I love that. I'm going to start that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great idea.
We're going to start that.
Yeah. Good. But so we're very excited.
Awesome.
And again, we love the support. And just be on the lookout. March 18th.
All right, I'll be there.
Perfect.
Thank you for having us to share our
Of
story.
course, my pleasure. This was awesome. We close out every episode by asking our guests, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean? So in your case, what does it mean to you to be adopted by the Chaldean community?
Yes.
I think really there hasn't been anything like the Chaldean community hasn't really supported. Like, they've been so supportive, right? And so I would say, I think the sense of community and the sense of just loving, right? I always say this, that both the African American community and the Chaldean community are very similar when it comes to our relationship with God, family, and religion.
Yeah.
You know, which is God.
Yeah.
And career, I'm sorry. And so just really implementing those things.
That's beautiful. And what about you, Miss?
I always joke. I say, Ty knows more Chaldeans than me.
Right.
That holds a lot of truth.
Yeah.
But what it means to be Chaldean, food.
Yep.
Our food has a lot to do with how we identify as Chaldeans.
Mm-hmm.
Our weddings.
Yeah.
As silly as that may sound, but I look forward to attending our weddings. And family.
Yeah.
Family's everything. Our language, our family, our faith. It's being Chaldean drives me to be a better person for myself, for my family, and for the way I show up in the world.
It's beautiful. God bless.
Thank you.
And you again?
So I touched on community in a previous segment, but what it means to be Chaldean to me is culture and heritage too. So as a small community in Iraq, right, and coming here to the States, like we are pretty small. We are not even listed on a ethnicity form, but that we hold true to the heritage and the culture that we have is great. You know, the fact that, you know, we still cook the meals that we have. There's so many Middle Eastern restaurants out there. The language is so unique in our world.
Yeah.
It's a language of Jesus, right? So, it's nice to have those roots. And then when people say, what are you? You're some sort of Middle Eastern. And I say, I'm Chaldean. They're like, what is that? And then I explain who we are and where we come from. You know, it really does. It's a home space, and it shows that, you know, culture doesn't die. As our worlds change, we can continue to bring in those traditions and maintain what we are as a community, no matter where we are planted.
Sure. Yeah. It's beautiful. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thanks for putting on this wonderful event to empower women. It's an awesome thing. Thank you everyone for joining us. Dare to be female, dare to be Chaldean, most of all, dare to be yourself.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.